Hello and welcome to the Average Coder community. In this C# tutorial, we are going to talk about virtual and abstract methods. Right, so now it's time to talk about abstract classes and abstract methods. So to create an abstract class, you're going to write down word abstract right before the class. And after it, you going to put abstract before the function. So, like, you cannot define abstract functions inside of the class. And so if I try to put something like here and return weight, and if we run it, then it's going to be a mistake. So let me do it again. And yeah, as you may see, it's not going to work. So abstract method cannot be defined right inside of the abstract class. But when you inherit it in another class, then you go into override it. So basically, what is going to happen? You're going to reserve a name for a function inside of the abstract class, and when you inherit it, you're going to define it right over here. Right? So why do you need it? For example, you have lots of different animals, and like, I don't know, the way they move can be different. So for example, I don't know, like if it is a bird, then it's going to fly, or if it is a fish, then it's going to swim. So that's why you need abstract classes, because you can put ability to move, define function for it in abstract class, and then you go into define for each specific class this method. All right, I hope it makes sense. Right, after it, let's talk. So if you try to create not abstract functions here, and try to, I don't know, return weight, then yeah, you will be able to use this function inside of the dog. So yeah, but if you are trying to create this object, then you going to end up with mistake. And as you may see, you cannot create object of abstract class. You can only inherit it in another classes. Now let's talk about virtual. So what it is. The work of this thing is kind of similar to abstract classes. The only difference is that due to abstract classes, the only difference between alright, there are quite a few differences between it, and the first, that due to virtual, you going to define this function. So virtual, and let's put right over here virtual. So now you can write here this function, and you will be able to actually create object of this class. So yeah, if I try to create animal now, then it's going to be created. So yeah, and now I can, yeah, as you may see, nothing's going to happen. And now if I try to run to use functions, then it's going to work fine. But what's the whole point of virtual? Basically, due to this thing, you can override this function in classes that are inheriting this class. So I can override virtual methods in this class. So basically, if I run it, then we're going to end up with 12 printed, because when I set value inside of the doc, then it's not going to store weight inside of the weight. It's going to store weight plus 1 inside of the weight. And when I try to get it, it's not going to return just weight, it's going to return plus 1. So basically it overrided this method for this class. Alright, I hope it makes sense. So if you liked this video, then don't forget to hit subscribe button and don't forget about notification bell. See ya, bye!